more schools could have started its face-to-face if the ministry itself had basically dispersed funds at a faster pace in dealing with some of those issues that you mentioned that would fall within the requirements for schools to be ready for face-to-face. And is it fair enough to say that the tardiness of some contractors to effect some of these works have not been forthcoming because of the lack of payment from the ministry?
Can the minister confirm if all the schools that have been approved for face-to-face classes have received their full subvention from the Ministry of Education to enable them to put in, for example, wash stations, additional sanitization, to be able to absorb the additional expenses that are associated with face-to-face classes? Could the minister state what recourse or option parents have if a school insists on having the letter of indemnity signed for that child to attend the school? And if the letter is not signed, the child would not be allowed to go to school. What will the ministry do in a scenario like that? What resources have the ministry deployed to assist those students who, as you highlighted, are the subject of abuse, mainly because they're outside the school system, they don't have access to online learning because they don't have the equipment or they don't have internet access, they are languishing at home. Do you have an estimate of how many students fall into that category, and what specifically is the ministry doing to tackle that issue?
Do you have the staff? Because I was told the other day that you have been, the ministry is now start laying off temporary teachers. Isn't that so?
Minister, is there scope for cooperation or partnerships between the Ministry of Education and the community-based organization, where community-based organizations themselves have intervened in the situation with children who are not in school and experiencing the challenges in their homes, as you've indicated?
I know that in terms of $47 million has been cut from the National HIV/AIDS Response Program. Does this have to do with reduced supplies of medicine for the program?